Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk men's basketball with us head coach Andy Bronkema. Coach, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Glad to be here.
Congratulations. I know probably not the end goal in sight, but your team clinches a share of the GLIAC North Division Championship. Always nice to have that happen.
Yep, we're just trying to build from there. So to clinch a piece of it is special because it's uncommon. It's hard to do that. Not many teams get a chance to do that. So we're excited about that. But 3 games left in the regular season. You know, got to win one at a time, 3 times in a row.
Obviously, with 3 games left, you have a 3-game lead in the GLIAC North. Need one more to clinch it outright, but still a battle with Findlay in the other division as you try to secure that #1 seed.
Yep, control our own destiny, so that's all you can ask for. If we play well and get a couple wins, then we'll be sitting pretty there. If not, you know, we still, I think, have clinched a first-round home game in the GLIAC tournament, which was always, you know, a special thing to do, because if you win that one, then you get to the Final Four of the GLIAC, and anything can happen there.
Obviously, this past week, 2 games as you got back in action. GLIAC North Division playing Lake Superior Northwood for the second time around, and always changes a little bit when you face a team for the second time.
Yep, changes a little bit. You know, that Lake State game was high scoring the first time around. Second time around, it was a little slower pace, and you know, they came out with a great game plan, called some good timeouts that stopped our runs, and we weren't able to continue some of those runs after those timeouts, and they made shots. I mean, some of them were a little bit of an error on our part after reviewing the film, but others were just them making big-time plays and very hungry to win. So it's a tough game for us, kind of got us off that win streak, and then we were able to bounce back after that. So
as we go to some of the highlights, they got off to a quick start, jumped out in front early, and it seemed like you were kind of chasing them the entire night.
Chasing the entire night, and you know, you got to come out of the gates with equal or more energy. If not, you give the opposite team a lot of confidence. Not that they need a lot of confidence, because they're a really good team, but anytime you get off to a slow start, the other team's got to be feeling pretty good about themselves.
Again, getting some balanced production here in the ball game. Zach Hankins had 17 points, but you're getting some nice contributions off the bench as well.
Yeah, I really thought actually the bench picked us up here in this game for quite a few stretches, and you know, you can boil it down to a bunch of different things. You know, maybe we were one step slow on a few of our defensive rotations and a couple things that we were trying to do, but they shot the ball well, and we didn't shoot it particularly well. We were 4 of 20 from 3, and they were 13 of 22. You know, they turned around the next night and I think go 7 of 32. So they stepped up and made huge shots, and overall they had a little bit more energy than us. They beat us on the boards and got off to that quick start. So, you know, there's an energy play right there where we got them to miss, and they cleaned up the board. So it was a fun game in a lot of ways, but you hate losing, but, you know, we had a shot to win it at the end with Cush. Pretty good look. He elevated up, it rattled out, and that was it.
Obviously, you're still battling. You were down 6 at halftime, but came back, and it was kind of back and forth here down the stretch. Never really could take the lead for good, but you made some plays, as you mentioned, to get back in the ballgame.
Yep, we were right there within striking distance, and on a night like this, that's probably all you can ask for, you know, because our energy was a little low, and they were dialed in a little bit more focused than us, and you know, I'm glad we had a shot to win. We didn't see Cush's miss here. That was the last shot by Q down 4, so that one really didn't matter. Time was ticking out, but it was a good game, hard-fought game, and that's been a pretty good rivalry over the last few years, and it's a lot of fun.
Obviously, with that one behind you, you had a quick turnaround time 2 days later, going on the road at Northwood, and nice bounce-back effort as you get a big victory on the road.
Yeah, we were pretty confident in the character of our team when it came to bouncing back, but you always wonder, and I told the team that. I said, hey, you know, I've almost been looking forward to this point just to see what you're made of, and man, we got a great performance and a great effort. And you know, Northwood didn't go lightly. I mean, at the beginning of the game, they were running and they took an early lead, and were playing with us. We just you know, had a little bit more depth and ran them off the floor, and a lot of our shots were falling. So it was a good bounce back win for us.
Obviously, you mentioned you got out to a 12-2 lead, but they come back. They took a 5-point lead midway through the first half before you made a big run to end the first half.
Yep, they were executing their stuff. You know, some of these high ball screens here where we just had our defense was out of position and not focused, and then we were losing track of a couple shooters, but overall we cleaned that up, and we just kept sending waves out there, and we were able to prevail.
Obviously, had a number of guys scoring double figures when you put up 107 points. Talk about the balance. Got some great contributions and a chance to play everyone off the bench a lot of minutes.
Yep, everybody got in, and contributed. I think everybody got in the scores column, which was good. I was especially excited about how we closed the game. You know, we've been up in a few games this year where the last few minutes have been a little ugly, and we stayed within the system and executed a few of the concepts, because it's not garbage time for those guys. It's time to work on our craft. So I was happy about that, and overall just happy about getting back in the win column and try to set things up for these last 3 home games.
Did a great job of attacking them like Quentin Ruff did right there. 68 points inside the paint to just 20 for Northwood.
68 points is a lot of points in the paint, so that's a big number, and it just lets you know that we weren't settling for early jump shots. Good timing there. Of course, Meach, that's one he's allowed to take whenever he's open, but 68 points in the paint, pretty good, and just a balanced attack. We were attacking from all angles, and pretty happy with this win.
107-71 the final score. Now 21-4 on the year. You have 3 games left here in the regular season. Nice to have all 3 of these games coming up here at home.
Yep, it's really nice. Feels like we've been on the road all year. We've been successful on the road. We have a lot of road wins in Division II, but being at home to close things out is going to give us a chance to do some special things in front of the fans, and we're going for it with everything we got.
Obviously, this week taking on Northern Michigan, Michigan Tech for the second time. Just talk about these 2 teams and the opponents that you're going to see this week.
Northern Michigan plays a small lineup for upwards to half of the game, which provides some interesting matchups for Hankins. And then they have some really good one-on-one shot makers, and that's tough because you can play pretty good defense, but they hit that shot in your face and a little demoralizing. So we have to have our mental toughness, at a good level for that game. And then Michigan Tech is real unique. Again, they can play small, but they also have some low post guys that they can throw the ball to, but they probably shoot it the best in the league overall as a team, and they don't miss free throws, and they don't get outside of their box at all. I mean, they're so disciplined, well coached, and they're not trying to play any different style but Michigan Tech basketball. So it's going to be 2 very competitive games, pretty different challenges. Back to Northern Michigan, they're going to play some zone, which we've done well against zone all year, so it's not something that we're shying away from, but they like to mix and match a little bit. Michigan Tech won't play any zone. If they do, I'll have to have that surprised look on my face when I'm looking at Coach Luke over there. But 2 good games. We're looking forward to them. Obviously,
Saturday Senior Day as well. Quentin Ruff, quickly talk about what he's meant to your basketball program.
Well, quickly, it's not going to be. I'm not going to be able to do that. I mean, he's meant so much. I mean, coming in from junior college, and then it's like he's been here forever. And his personality and his ability to shoot the ball, and just the way he's fit in, and the way he's been able to be a senior, but let other people lead him too. I mean, that's one of the keys to our group this year. He's been special. We'll miss him. It'll be short senior day, only 1 for the women, 1 for the men, but we're going to honor them, and I'm looking forward to having his family here. I've grown to know his family real well, especially his grandma, and she's in there with the student section and cheering loud, so they're a lot of fun.
Well, best of luck to the Bulldogs this weekend. Northern Michigan on Thursday, Michigan Tech on Saturday.
Thanks.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.